Good morning, natural gas. It's Tuesday, February the 3rd, 2026. I'm Tim Beggins, president of Elk Trading Company. And for the spot March natural gas contract, we're actually up for the day. We're currently trading at 333.40, up 9.7 cents, or a little bit over 3%. And as you can see here, I've drawn some numbers on the chart here. What did we show here? This is the retracement of this whole move from January the 9th all the way up here to January the 30th. We are hanging around. We went through the 50% yesterday retracement down to the 618 retracement, and that's where we're holding right now. The RSI is going sideways, trying to turn higher. What about these red lines above? Well, that's last year. Last year for the March 25 contract, we went off the board at 3,906 and we got as high as 447.60. So for us to be down here in the 330 range is undervalued compared to last year, with storage stocks pretty much the same, especially after we get the big storage pull this Thursday, estimated to be around minus 368 according to Celsius Energy. This is going to be a record. And yes, did weather evaporate in that midsection? Absolutely, it did. It got warmer, especially across the Gulf and the Texas through Florida area, across the Gulf Coast. But it's not disappearing. It's still coming back into the United States and the Northeast and Great Lakes. Let's take a look at the hourly chart. Going back with the pivots because we're going sideways right now. The RSI is trying to turn higher. So we're right here testing that mid pivot, which is 337.60. If we can clear that, our first resistance, 359.70, well above it, 395.70. So let's take a look at the front to back spreads. This is the Jan 27 versus April 26. This is the injection spread. This spread has to be wide enough to incentivize producers and traders to put gas into the ground for storage. They're going to take it out in winter. And this spread currently right now is up just one tick to 163.3, up less than 0.06%. The RSI is kind of going sideways here, so the market doesn't really know what to do yet. It's waiting for more confirmation of colder temperatures. And here's the April through October strip. And this is our value level, 360. We got as high, obviously, as the old high. We got as close as 431.60. That's the old high. We got as high as 428.80. And then we slid all the way yesterday, took all that value back off the board. We're below support here, really at 360. The RSI is trying to turn higher. So this is the strip we watch for the entire injection season. And this looks undervalued, especially compared to last year. Last year, we started around 360. Again, got as high as in the 430s. So let's take a look at that weather. This is the GFS model, the Global Forecasting System model. This is the wind chill factor for the United States. And this is that cold air I'm talking about coming back in. Yes, it does warm up between now and this period, but look at this. Minus 49 wind chill factor up here in Ontario province. And this is going to keep colder temperatures coming straight down through the Great Lakes and into the Appalachia, Mid-Atlantic states, and New England. This gets as far south as Florida, and this is February the 16th. This is the wind chill factor model. As you can see, there's potential that there might be even more cold coming in through the west later in the forecast period. This is February the 19th. Is winter completely over? No. We've got to be very, very careful. We're below value here. And let's take a look at Europe. This is the colder weather, as you can see, in Eastern Europe, across Germany, even Scandinavia, over into Poland and Baltic states, Ukraine. And as it continues to go in the forecast, it pulls back into Russia, but then it starts to sneak back in. And as you can see in the forecast period, back around February the 14th and 15th, all the way through, we get some colder temperatures. These are the temperature anomaly maps here across Germany, Poland, all the way back into Eastern Europe. And this continues all the way through the forecast period, which is February the 18th. And what's going on? Well, EU storage stocks are only at 40.6% full, France down to 30.2% full, and this is with a lag. So we've got to be very careful. France is going to be below 30% before the end of the week. Germany probably right there. And how about Asia? Well, this is the colder weather coming through right here in the provinces, eastern provinces of China, all the way into the Koreas. And as you can see, this gets pretty cold from the 5th all the way through the 10th. There's some very, very cold temperatures in Japan around the 8th, 9th. And as you can see here, eastern provinces all the way down into the south. And of course, Taiwan is going to be quite cold at least through the 10th of February. And then warmer temperatures come back in. Remember the rule, we've got 3 areas, US, Europe, and Asia. Typically, if it's cold weather, it's only 2 out of the 3. So let's take a look at the US snow cover. We got plenty of snow cover across the Great Lakes all the way back into the Carolinas. And as you can see here, the Great Lakes are over 50% full of ice. How about the nuclear fleet? Well, we've got another outage here. Turkey Point in Florida has got 25.6% outage. So now we're up to 3.7 gigawatts that are out of the outage right now. But that's normal. That's right in the midsection of the 5-year average. So we're normal. This continues to climb as we get up into April and then potentially May, where we peak out before summer. How about the stocks, the oil and gas E&P sector? Stocks between $2 and $10 billion and have a high short float over 10%. Well, it's a mixed bag. CNX is up positive, Magnolia and Northern Oil and Gas, but the rest are pretty much in the negative. As you can see right now, we are just trading sideways here for the March spot contract. Again, we're trading 335.40, up 11.7 cents or a little over 3.5%. We are undervalued, at least according to last year's numbers for the March contract and April through October strip. So let's see if this continues to turn higher and we get back up to the 50% retracement, which will be at 3,502. And above that, our next resistance level will be 371.90. Let us know your thoughts in the comment section below. Please hit that like and subscribe button. Thanks for listening. We'll see you tomorrow.